Hey sweet friends, today I'm showing you some brilliant Dollar Tree DIYs using the Halloween and fall solar lights, perfect for adding a cozy glow and charm to your home for this fall season. That is definitely on a budget. You're going to love these. Please give me a big thumbs up and let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so I had this really fun idea. I found this large plastic yard sign and I knew this would look even better lit up. So Dollar Tree has little LED lights, but I found this set for $6.52 at Walmart that actually has 100 lights on it, and there were actually like different settings whenever you push the button, so these would blink or run or chase. So they were a lot better quality, and I just felt like I wouldn't need as many sets. So for a little bit more, I felt like I got a better set. And I just got the battery ones on a timer, but if you wanted to, you could definitely get some solar string lights off of Amazon and do the same exact thing. But I am just taking my drill and drilling holes in all the letters, keeping them as straight as possible, flipping this over and just sticking the light through. I just laid it flat on the table so the light will be even with the sign, and then tacked it with a little bit of hot glue. So the only time-consuming thing with this project was actually giving the hot glue a couple of seconds to cool off. I was actually blowing on it, but you could run a fan where this would try to cool off pretty quickly, but you only have to give it a few seconds and it starts to cool off and it'll hold it enough to move on. I tried to hold like 4 or 5 bulbs in place at one time so that I could go ahead and glue them and not just having to go one at a time. I'll have to attach the battery pack to the back as well. I just haven't glued it on yet, but this looks really fun even when it's not lit up. You can already see the lights, but then whenever it's lit up in the yard, it looks so good and adds so much to these signs. Next, I wanted to create a solar DIY lantern. So I know they sell them at Dollar Tree, but I thought this one was perfect for fall. It's $3, 9.8 inches tall, which I feel like is pretty large for a nice made lantern like this for just $3. So the first thing I want to do is fill this up with some fall decor. I have these little berries, this little vine stick in the bottom. I add some leaves as well as a pumpkin, just anything like really fall or orange. I had a ton of leftover decor from last year that I'm adding in here. Go ahead and fill that full, and then we'll add the solar light to the top. Now, if you were worried about getting maximum sunshine, you could stick the little solar light on the top, but it looks a little goofy in my opinion, just like this. So I decided to stick it on the inside, and actually I think that it's getting enough sunshine. I haven't really tested the amount of hours that it's lighting up, but just gluing this on like in the middle, it looks like it's just made for this. They're the same shape, square shape, and it fits in there really nicely. Just had to tack it in place with some hot glue. The sun can still shine directly in the top hole and get enough sunlight that this is lighting up of the evenings. I think this is a really fun decor piece. I'm gonna put this kind of where it will get sunshine, but it'll kind of be covered, so hopefully I won't have to move it. But I feel like these will really like dress up a porch area and look so cute with that perfect pop of orange color. And then I think this is the cutest little thing. If you have a nice like seating area outside or a side table and you just want to stick a little lit up pumpkin out there, you can grab one of these glass pumpkins and stick one of these solar lights down inside. It's the perfect size if you just pop the bottom off, that it sticks up enough to get enough sunlight. The pumpkin face just shows up really good. And then if you want to, you can grab some of these little plastic pails from Walmart. They are under $1 and I feel like that's such a great deal. The first thing I did was drill some little holes in the bottom for drainage so that any water or rain that gets in here can easily drain out. But I'm going to do the same thing as I did with the glass one. Stick these little solar lights down inside. The plastic piece is holding it up tall enough to get sunlight. These are perfect to hang on hooks and light up any pathway. Dollar Tree has out tons of these paper lanterns for $1.50. These are a really great deal, but you have to pop batteries in the bottom, and I just feel like since this isn't on a timer, it's just on and off switch, it's just not very practical to go outside or on your porch area, or even if you have these inside, and light these up every night. So I thought it would be fun to assemble these. You just stick the little plastic stake down in the bottom and it holds it up, has this nice hook ready to go, and the only thing I'm going to do is pop off a couple of these tops off of some older solar lights that I don't want anymore, tack these in place with some hot glue, add a little bit of ribbon, and these are going to charge up and light up the little ghost. I picked this pattern because the little ghosts are going to illuminate really nicely whenever the light shines in them, so there will be a lot of contrast between the black and the ghost and look really good. But I just love this little project, and I could see this lighting up a trailway, or if you trick or treat on Halloween night and have trick-or-treaters, this would be really cute porch decor. This little wooden wagon is something that I purchased last year. I think the back two wheels was even broken off. I had to glue them back on. But I think this was on sale. So it was really inexpensive, but you could easily make this out of a crate and some wooden circles. If you want to, I just put a little bit of styrofoam in the bottom, and I thought this would be the cutest little piece to put on a porch or entryway area with some solar lights to really light up your porch. If you have a lot of pumpkins out there, this would really light them up. So I am putting the styrofoam down in the bottom and then taking a couple of different colors of florals. I love not going too crazy with the florals, but if you want this to look a little bit nicer, just pick out like 2 to 3 colors tops that has a lot of greenery with it, and it looks really nice. I put all of the sunflowers in the front and then put these like 2 different shades of red florals in the back. And it's ready to go. Just pop in your solar lights and this is ready to display. But a cute little piece, like I mentioned, could be made out of a wooden crate, but this was too cute and ready to go and came from the Dollar General. I think that the little ghost lights are my favorite. I just think they're adorable, easy to pop in there, and it already looks Halloween without doing anything else. So I grabbed 3 of them, and then after I made this project, I did go back and get like 12 of them so that I could make a bunch of these for each of my steps. On my stairway going into the house. So the first thing I did was take one of these little floral buckets and paint it completely black. I even thought it looked really cool how you could still see the words on there. It gave it a little bit of extra something on the front, but you could cover that up if you want to or write something about Halloween on there. I stuck styrofoam down into the bottom, and then you just pull out the stake, turn it around. I made one taller, and then the 2 in the front kept them a little bit smaller so that they nestled nice and tight together. And then just fill this up with some rocks to cover the styrofoam up, and these are ready to go. And the rocks are also going to weigh it down so they're not going to get blown around. Another fun fall idea for your porch is to grab one of these plastic buckets that Dollar Tree has out, fill it full of styrofoam, and you can use those little sunflower solar lights too. These work really well. The sunflower goes perfect into the fall season. So I hot glue the styrofoam down in place, or you can use a different type of glue if you're worried about the hot glue melting. But these little sunflower lights work so well, and they really do put off a lot of light. They're actually more of like a spotlight, but I feel like they make the cutest decor, and they'll light up an entire corner after you set these somewhere. So I hot glue those down in place, and then just using some of my favorite greenery from the Dollar Tree, I just fill this up. But I know people are complaining with Dollar Tree prices, so you can get greenery anywhere that you want. Sometimes even purchasing like a long garland can be better if you're going to be using a ton of it, and then stick some little sunflowers all around it. I feel like this kind of groups it all together, makes it look like the entire thing is just bursting with sunflowers, but a really cute, fun piece. You could add more fall colors if you want to in here. This is something that I made late summer that will go perfectly into the fall season, but also adds a ton of light into this dark corner. Thank you all so much for checking out today's video. I hope you enjoyed these solar DIYs, perfect for fall and Halloween. Don't forget to leave me a big thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one. Happy crafting! Bye!